Your ex is not calling. Your ex is not texting. Your ex is not viewing nor answering the stories you intentionally posted. Your ex is not being strong, but just doesn't give a shit. Welcome to Therapy Without the Bill. My name is Gabriel, and today we're going to talk about why your ex doesn't love you anymore, why you are almost going to die about it, and most importantly, I will give you real grounded steps that you can take today to start turning things around and get back the freedom that you deserve. In these podcast sessions, there are no distractions, no visuals, just my voice and your thoughts. So sit back, make yourself comfortable, maybe even close your eyes and let this session sink in. So, let's talk about your ex. And to keep things simple and honestly to stop me from saying him or her or them every 5 seconds, from now on, I'm just going to call that person X. No gender, no name, no drama. So yeah, X. You had something with X. At least it felt like something. And now, it's over. Maybe it ended suddenly. Maybe you were breaking up and coming back for months. Maybe it ended in silence or in a fight, or a text that left more questions than answers. But one way or another, you're here now. Stuck in that feeling that follows after someone you cared about suddenly disappears from your daily life. You keep telling yourself it's over, but your mind hasn't caught up. It still waits, it still wants. You try to go on with your life, but everything feels off. You wake up and the first thing you do is reach for your phone and wish that there's a message, but there isn't. You scroll through old photos, you check their social media, and try to understand how is X able to post stories like nothing happened. You wonder if they're hurting too. Was I really so insignificant? Maybe they'll come back. You tell your friends you're working on yourself, that you're healing, that it's better this way. And maybe some of that is true, but underneath it all, you're still holding your breath. The reality is simple, even if it's brutal. X is not coming back. You have to accept it, but you don't want to do it yet because accepting it means letting go of the version of the story where you two somehow make it work again. It means grieving not just X, but the person you were when you were with them. The version of you that felt wanted, seen, maybe even loved. Now you feel like you're unraveling, like you lost something more than a person. You lost a mirror that made you feel like you mattered. This is not just about heartbreak. This is about identity, about attachment, about how you built routines, dreams, futures around someone who is no longer here. Your nervous system was wired to their presence, their messages, their patterns, their validation. And now it's left in withdrawal. You're not being dramatic. You're not being weak. You're just going through emotional detox. But what's dangerous is how long are you going to stay in it? Did you know that romantic rejection activates the same brain areas as physical pain and drug withdrawal? Yes, it's true. It activates specifically the anterior cingulate cortex and nucleus accumbens. This is why breakups feel like detox. Sleeplessness, lack of appetite, obsessive thinking, craving, anxiety, and emotional crashing. This happens because romantic bonding is chemically reinforced by oxytocin, dopamine, and vasopressin, which are released during physical closeness, sex, and emotional intimacy. These hormones are part of the attachment system, especially oxytocin, which creates a sense of trust and emotional safety with X. Dopamine involved in reward and pleasure spikes during the relationship, especially when attention or validation is unpredictable, creating a reward loop. After a breakup, this entire neurochemical cycle is disrupted, leading to that feeling of emptiness, dysregulation, and intense longing. It causes a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. And as we know, chronically elevated cortisol impacts sleep, immune function, digestion, and concentration. This explains why you may feel physically sick, exhausted, and scattered. Like your whole system is overloaded. That's why you're missing X. And it hurts, I know. But you are replaying the relationship on a loop, searching for the moment it broke, as if finding that exact frame will give you peace. But it won't. You already know it's over. You just haven't decided what to do with that truth yet. So, Here's where you start. You stop waiting. You stop stalking. You stop bargaining with the past. You acknowledge the present and the truth. If it's over, it's over. There is no way around it, and the sooner you accept it, the better. And you may say, "Oh, okay, but how?" It's not easy. And it's true, it's not easy, but I'll tell you how. You just have to follow these steps. You choose one thing, just one, that's still tying you to X, and you cut it. And then another one, and so on. One by one, you cut all. The playlist? Delete it. The photos? Delete them. The chats? Delete them all. X's phone number? Delete it as well. Oh, you don't want to. What a surprise. Do whatever you want, but until you don't forget, you are not going to get over it. I told you what you have to do. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to do it. This isn't about punishment or coldness. It's about survival. Every minute you spend in fantasy is a minute you're not building your reality. Every time you check their story or reread that old conversation, you're stepping back into a house that already burned down. I'm going to ask you some questions so you can reflect by yourself. What do you really miss about X? What do you not miss? What is the price you are paying to hold on to it? Is it worth it? These questions will help find yourself one step closer to healing. The thing is, the last one is difficult to answer from your point of view. And here's where many people underestimate the advice of family or close friends. But they're often the only ones seeing the relationship from the outside, with a more practical, unbiased perspective. So, what would you say to yourself if you were your own best friend right now? Really, try and ask yourself these questions. Answer them honestly, reflect on them. Because I'm telling you, if you're willing to dig deep and find those answers, the truth will hit you. You'll know. You'll know because X is not coming back. And that's the end of the story. If you're feeling heavy right now, that's okay. It means something in you is shifting. And that's good. That's growth. You've faced a truth most people run from. And that already makes you strong. It's not a matter of if you will make it or not. You will. 100%. It's a matter of when. Now? Or do you want to keep suffering for a while? You don't need to fix everything today. Just start. So, take a breath. A couple if needed. Let everything you just realized land. This is the moment where you stop looking backward and start reclaiming your life. If this session helped you or even just moved something inside you, subscribe. Leave a comment. Share how you won't ever write your ex again. You can also share this video with your heartbroken friend. It will help. There are more sessions waiting for you, and many more on the way. And who knows, one of them might show up exactly when you need it most.